We're back with our fourth group today on FFA Day on KSMO Media. I have a very select group again. We've had good groups all day long. I have three seniors and a sophomore. The sophomore was kind of a late recruit, so he's, I don't know, I think he'll do all right, though. Yeah, he will. He's over there shaking his head. Remember, Billy, people can see you. Yeah, they can. I would like you first to introduce yourself, give a little background on yourself, year in school, something about your family if you want, those kinds of statements in an introduction. So it doesn't matter who goes first. Go ahead, Kennedy. Okay. We'll let you do.
My name is Kennedy Chapman. I'm a senior. My parents are Bob and Kelly Chapman, and my SAE just involves dairy cattle, beef cattle, and dogs.
Yeah, quite an extensive livestock SAE there for Kennedy. All right, next. Can't flip coins all day long, boys. You're going to have to just step up and go.
My name's Wesley Williams, and I'm a senior in high school, and I'm here on the radio.
And it's not the first time Wesley's been on the radio, and he'll do just fine. Okay, next.
My name's Irvin Johnson. I'm a senior at Salem this year, and my parents are Drew and Heather Johnson. My SAE consists of beef cattle placement and beef cattle entrepreneurship.
Okay.
My name is Billy Mcdonald. I am a sophomore in Salem High School, and my SAE is just rabbits.
Okay.
2 rabbits.
And I'm serious, Billy kind of was a late recruit. The others were already signed up on this list, but we had somebody else. Today is a complicated day at the high school with about 15 or 16 of our FFA members gone for a contest competition, and so we've had to do some switching and substituting, and so Billy was coming through the hallway and he got substituted. He's excited about it. All right, first thing I'm going to ask you after that is, why did you decide to enroll in ag education? What was behind that decision? Doesn't matter who goes first.
Well, I've been involved in agriculture all my life. As many people know, my mom is one of the FFA advisors and ag teachers at Salem, and so when it came time for schedules, my 8th grade year, it was just kind of natural for me to just sign up for ag class, and then that September just naturally join FFA.
Right. Okay. Who's next?
I would agree with Irvin. My dad was previously an ag teacher, and so was my brother Luke, and so it's just like one of those things. I mean, it's kind of a core class for us. It's already on the schedule, even though it isn't.
Your ancestry just dictated what's going to happen pretty well, didn't it? All right, to the other guys.
I guess just kind of like Irvin. I've just always been around it, so I figured why not.
You bet. Your dad was an ag?
Yeah.
Well, way back.
Yep, back when they boxed.
Yeah, back when they boxed, that's right.
The reason why I joined ag class because my brother joined it, and he had a lot of fun with it, so I'm like, why not? I just might as well get into ag. And
Okay.
I just got stuck with it.
All right, so this whole group, part of it's been family influence and the fact that you really have that agricultural background. So, yeah, family real important to all of us. All right, switch just a little bit. Tell me about what's been your favorite activity in FFA or in ag education. What's been your favorite activity and why?
There's lots of different activities that we are able to participate in. I know one of the favorites for everyone is beef days, and but my personal favorite this year was being able to go to Indianapolis to National FFA Convention. It was a great experience to just see all the FFA jackets everywhere around Indianapolis, and just being able to be a part of something so big, and just listen to great speakers, and just be a part of a great organization in one place.
Does anybody, and I know you're not the only one that went, do you remember what the registration numbers were for the national convention?
I think it was 58,000.
It's been, for many, many years, it's been in that 50 to 60,000 range, so it's a lot of blue jackets, that's for sure. Okay, somebody else, favorite activity?
I guess for me it'd be when I was on the horse judging team my freshman year and went to state at Mizzou.
And did fairly well at state, didn't you?
Yep, third.
Third in the state. That's not fairly well, that's real well. Quite the stiff competition when you get to that point. It's been a long time coming, but I'll congratulate you and the rest of your teammates on doing that quite well. Quite an accomplishment. Quite proud of you guys. Okay, somebody else.
I really don't have that much of a favorite event. I really just like them all. They're just really fun, and I think everyone that's in FFA should go to every event that they possibly can.
Okay, there's some
It's
good
always
advice.
fun.
Good advice from Billy, and you know, that's a sophomore, second-year student, and it's good points. I appreciate that.
My favorite activities is just we get to do a lot of stuff with younger youth in the community. So whether it's Food for America Day like we did on Wednesday this week, or Beef Days, or Farm Days, just any visits that we get to go do with little kids is really fun. That's what I enjoy the most.
Cool. And you took in a lot of different activities there that all have that same importance, and basically they are all very similar. Very similar, all related to kids, what we do in agriculture, the importance of it, those types of things. Anything else in terms of other activities that you'd like our listening public to know about, and our viewing public? I forget again that folks are watching us as we do this thing. Any other activities? Well, okay, I like to jump around in different areas. I don't have my questions in any certain order or grouped by topical area or anything like that. As you have been in ag now for almost 4 years, even with COVID, and someday maybe you'll look back and think, well, even though we had COVID affecting our education, it made life interesting, for sure. What's been what you would call the most difficult part? Difficult topical area or different activity? What's been most difficult for you in ag education, FFA?
For me, it's trying to involve myself because I hear that it's planned like 2-3 weeks, and then I forget about it, never ask my parents, and then next thing I know it's tomorrow. I'm like, well, that ain't gonna work. So
Because they want a little more.
yeah,
Notice
they want it
the
in
day
advance.
before.
So yeah.
Okay, good point.
If you have parents like that, make sure you let them know the day you find out. So
Okay, excellent advice. Take that phone and get that in the calendar, and then get it on the refrigerator if you have a calendar on the refrigerator. All right, somebody else, you seniors. What's been most difficult? Wesley?
I'd say for me it'd have to be the record books. I always forget to do it and have to do it at the last minute.
What's the problem in doing it at the last minute?
You don't remember what you did.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah. To be accurate, it's got to be done on a regular basis, and it's sometimes tough to remember. Sure. Right. Okay, somebody else. It's easy for these other two.
Yeah. I don't really think anything has really been difficult for me. Everything's kind of come easy and it's been fun. But just like with COVID and knowing all the stuff that we could have possibly got to participate in every single year, you know, me and Irvin as seniors only got to go to National Convention once, which in normal years we would get to go several times. So I think it's just knowing, you know, what we could have done differently. But I mean, that's all right. We still had a good time.
More disappointment
Yeah.
than having difficulties. Yeah, it's tough because, you know, you take all that out, so much was lost from your education. Now, how do you handle that future-wise, or what do you think? I don't know what I'm exactly trying to say here. Is there ways that you can take and turn that into somewhat of a positive?
Yeah, it definitely makes like the experiences that we've got to have a lot better because we try and put a lot more into those. Because I mean, even for like the Beef Days activities that we've got to do, you know, not every grade gets to participate in those. We've had to miss a couple years of it. So I think we just try and make that activity as enjoyable as we can for both the kids and us as we participate in it.
I'm going to go back to our one of our difficult deals that I haven't experienced a lot of difficulty. Thanks to our FFA advisors that we have, they always are helping us as much as they possibly can with anything, whether
Yeah.
it's from filling out proficiencies or helping us with awards that we're trying to receive and anything. And so the struggles that we have had so far, they have helped us tremendously be able to work through those. So thank you, Mr. Sanders, and thank you, Mom.
Now, can you take those things that you missed, can you turn that into positive in terms of your future? You should be able to. I'll just be blunt with you. You should be able to kind of turn that into a positive for your future.
With our different planning ideas that we've had and knowing that we've had to cancel them, it just helps us really think through things a lot more, whether that's even possible for us to do. And so that just gives us a good reality check sometimes, whether that's even possible for us to be able to do. So that just helps us in our future, help us realize, setting goals, whether they're achievable, just helping us recognize whether that we can actually achieve those goals or not. So it just helps us tremendously on that aspect of it.
Well put. And I think another thing that I've observed is I think you're doing more with your activities
Right.
than you were before. The group just before you guys, I quizzed them in a little more detail about, they mentioned FFA week. And of course, it's been difficult in itself in the fact that you had 4 weather days that you missed school. So you only had, 6 school days when FFA week was all supposed to be last week, just like this program was supposed to be a week ago. But as they describe what you've done for FFA week, I heard a lot of activities that either hadn't been done before or it's been many, 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 many years ago since those activities were held. So I think that's another thing. Future-wise, I'm sure you guys will appreciate the moment as you get to things future-wise, thinking about what you missed in the past, if that makes sense. I hope it does. All right, again, kind of shifting the focus, let's talk about contest teams, career development events, LDEs. When parents of these students were in ag, we referred to them as contest teams, but then over the years, that terminology changed a bit. We changed it to career development events to more accurately reflect the fact that we were teaching skills in the contest teams that would contribute to your future careers. And then since I retired 10.5 years ago, now we also use the term LDE for leadership development events. Talking about those, what ones have you been involved in? And again, you got cheated out of some time due to COVID of being on contest teams, career development events. What contest teams, what career development events have you participated in?
Our freshman year, I was a part of the knowledge team. We were able to go to state for that. I've also participated in the dairy cattle judging, dairy foods, in the grassland team in the fall. And then this past year, I participated in farm management, and we were also able to go to state for that.
Excuse me. And I know, Wes, you mentioned a while ago your involvement on the horse team your 9th grade year. Have you been on any other career development events? Is that the only one? Okay, that's the only one. That's all right. I mean, when you go to state and you're 3rd in the state, you either have 1 or 2 directions to go. You don't do any more, or you work hard for number 1. Yeah, that's a challenge. All right, Irvin?
I was also involved on the knowledge team my freshman year. Like Kennedy said, we were fortunate enough to be able to go to state. Me, her, and Riley Case and Sierra Rusco. And so we had a pretty good team. And then I was also involved a little bit with horse judging that year. Because of some dates that fell into place, I wasn't able to go to districts. so I wasn't able to participate in state with the horse team, but that was a really fun experience. And then last year I was able to participate in poultry, and we did very well. We had a really great team, and we were, it was, like you said, COVID had everything messed up in a normal year. They only took the top 3 teams, and so we were, I think, either 4th or 5th, so we would have been able to go to state, but COVID kind of messed that up for us. So, but all in all, we've had lots of fun and learned lots through our CDEs.
Okay, and Billy, I know as second-year student, you really didn't have much opportunity to do career development events in the past. What do you got planned for this year? Are you doing a contest team for this year, Billy?
I don't know. I'm gonna look into trying doing one, but I'm not too sure.
Okay. What about the rest of us?
This year I think I'm going to be on the ag sales team. We haven't decided what we're going to sell yet, but that's the plan so far.
And that team is kind of unique in that you do have to select a product, and then the team members have to sell the product. And you sell that on an individual basis or as a team? I do not recall. As a team, you do the sales on that, so you have different aspects of the presentation about the product. So that's been around about a dozen years, is what it's been. And we have, I'm going to have to direct somebody down there she goes, down the hallway. That's the thing about doing this live and doing it on broadcast on the internet as well, that it makes complicated things. All right, let's see. We've dealt with contest teams. You've all described your SAE, so even though we checked that off. Future plans. Okay, we got 3 seniors, got a sophomore. What's our future hold for the seniors? What's your plans?
Every other year I've been telling you, I've got no clue. But this year I think I've finally got a hold of it, to my dad's relief. I think I'm going to go for education. Elementary education would be my focus area. And really FFA has absolutely shown me that. I have nieces and nephews that I have a passion for, obviously, and getting them in the show ring and different stuff like that. But really the FFA activities that I talked about previously with the kids that we've got to do have really shown me what I want to do. So
Yeah.
thankful for that.
Yeah, everything she said, been leaning in that direction, obviously, from previous comments. Okay. Wes? Or
Well-
Wesley, whichever you prefer.
I'm not real sure what I'm going to do. I haven't thought about it that much, but I guess I need to.
It's about time. You got a few weeks. Actually a couple of months. But
Could you try again?
That's my phone.
yeah, those things happen.
Yeah.
I'm sure Wesley will settle on something. He's not lazy. He'll find work to do. He'll make a success out of himself, I think. So, all right, who's next?
I've recently been accepted to go to College of the Ozarks in Branson, and I'm looking forward to start there in the fall. And I'm going to be studying ag business, and so that's what I'll be doing. It's all subject to change, but that's the plan this far.
All right, we'll come back to Billy momentarily because we need to take a break. And so we'll take about a minute and a half break, something like that. And then we'll come back and Billy will share his future plans.
Hometown Processing can do custom processing of beef, hogs, lambs, goats, and other large animals. At Hometown Processing, they strive to provide you with the finest, freshest meats and processing at the best possible prices. They are proudly hometown owned. Hometown Processing is located at 3450 West Highway 32 in Salem, or call them at 729-7278. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 5:30 and Saturday by appointment only.
Land is selling at an all-time high. Backed by almost 4 decades of experience, Big Iron Missouri agents Justin Hubbs and Gage Saulbeamer provide you with a seamless selling experience. They will get your property sold via listing or unreserved online auction. Big Iron Realty has the experience you deserve, proven results, with an enormous viewing audience of buyers, creating higher selling prices. Let's have a conversation. Call Justin Hubbs or Gage Saulbeamer today.
It's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
At K&H Auto Supply in Salem, pick up a Power Torque 5-piece double box and wrench set for $23.99, a Schumacher 6-amp automatic battery charger for $55.99, and Mechanics Wear Fast Fit gloves, only $13.99 a pair. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
On FFA Day on KSMO Media, and we left off. We were going to ask Billy about future plans. Now, he's got more future to talk about than the other folks. So first, Billy, let's talk about what's your future plans for ag education FFA. You've still got a little over 2 years left. What do you plan to accomplish in those 2 years?
Well, I ain't gonna be able to do anything FFA-wise next year because I'm planning on taking RTI, and I ain't got no choices because there's classes I have to take to get my credits, and I don't have a choice of getting into an ag class. So I'm gonna have to wait till my senior year and try getting as involved as possible. It's my plan, at least.
And Billy and I were talking about that as we left school to come over here. He shared that with me, and we talked about the fact there's two sides to the RTI situation. It's a good side in that he's going to be able to expand his skills and knowledge and ability, and the bad side is, yes, there's so much conflict for your hours of day and the school hours that you can't be involved in ag education FFA. What are you planning to do at RTI? Have you settled on?
I'm going to either go into auto tech or collision repair. Right now, my main one is collision repair, and if I can't get a spot in collision repair, I'll see if I can get a spot in auto tech.
Okay. Got future plans, though, and that's the important thing, that you've got future plans. All right, let's talk about benefits. By that I mean, what benefits have you derived as an individual from being a part of Ag Education FFA? How has it benefited you?
I'll go first. I've met a lot of people, and I've made connections throughout the state within like FFA camp and state convention, and just meeting new people. Lots of different connections there that I've been able to make. And the leadership aspect, we've learned a lot of different leadership skills that will benefit us throughout college and in our field of work. And so, yeah, we've taken a lot from FFA.
Okay. Somebody else.
Well, in ag, I've learned about anything from plants to animals and how they work, and just all about it. And it's some stuff I already knew and some stuff I thought I knew. Wasn't all right.
So you've expanded your knowledge,
Yeah.
basically, of some and things you deal with every day. Like you said about plants, you thought you knew these things about plants, and now you found out other things about animals as well. So, good points. Okay.
The one thing I benefited from ag was last year whenever we started welding, I learned how to put down a proper bead, and it was just really fun. I thought that maybe later on in life I might become a welder and stuff. And my plans changed 15,000 times, so
Yeah.
it's still a good skill to have, and I'm glad that ag taught me it. So.
Good points.
It's taught me all kinds of stuff. Being in your wildlife class this fall is not my top pick for a class. It just fell into my schedule that way. But it's definitely something cool that I actually know now. And record books have helped me. I actually like record books. That's not very common, but I do like to do them. I think they've taught me a lot of organizational skills that are important. And we got to have the opportunity to fill out state degree applications in the past couple weeks, and I helped several other students with those. Kind of became a pro on the application, but that was fun for me. I just like the organization and the documents that you get to fill out. It's
Some
kind
of
of
those
different.
teaching skills, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, those are coming to the, of course, having two parents that are both teachers, it's kind of right, that cream is rising to the top. My brain fell off the train there for a moment. There was something else. Wesley, what do you think on that? I know one thing. I was noticing here a while back that someplace Wes wrote for the local newspaper that about recommendations for others to get involved in ag education, FFA. What was that all about?
Well, I just think that people could use it like I did, and already knew about a lot of things, and just figure out some things that you really didn't know or didn't know all about it, and others that maybe don't know anything about it might want to get in it and see if they like it or not, and if that's something they want to do later.
Absolutely. I usually ask about how do you think FFA and ag education would benefit others, and actually you all have already answered that in most of your answers to your questions about the benefits to you and how you could share those with others about how they would be benefited as well. We need to wind down. We're close to our closing time, close enough anyway, and I have checked off most of my questions that I have on my list that I always want to ask. Is there anything that any of you would like to add as we close out? Any thoughts come to mind that we haven't talked about, any activities or just anything you'd like to add in closing?
I'd like to say thank you to all the continued support throughout the years from all of our community members. On behalf of the FFA, thank you for all the support that you do give us.
Okay.
Yep, I agree.
I see heads, and folks on the internet can see heads going up and down out there on YouTube. These folks are now YouTube stars, or close to it anyway. They've at least got a spot on YouTube. So I thank them. We're out just a little bit early, but they've done an excellent job of answering these questions. And with that said, thank you folks for tuning in to FFA Day on KSMO. Thanks to all those many sponsors that made today possible. And I'm going to send it back to Jim Allen. Jim?
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Salem Memorial District Hospital believes that our community deserves the very best healthcare one could offer. We understand that all physicians need the highest quality images to thoroughly treat each situation. With you in mind, Salem Memorial District Hospital has brought these services home, and that includes our new state-of-the-art MRI. Don't waste your time and money driving long distances. Let us take care of you here at home. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee.